It's Week 5 of the National Football League, and this one features Jerome Ford. He couldn't have been better last week. Simply an incredible rushing performance. It's the Browns and the Cowboys. And
the first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
7 yards there and a first down. Looking to throw. Parrish throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. We look at this Browns defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They'll run left with Pollard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Parrish. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. He's going to use his legs here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
And he makes it so difficult for all defenses because when he's got the ball, it's hard to say when a play is truly over because he can create from any spot on the field and in any situation.
There he goes left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week? Hot-footing it into the secondary on that run.
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. Again, they turn to Ford. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. On the ground, it's Ford. And shedding through the tackle. Still going. They can't stop him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
This is Ford. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. After 7-0. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They run with Ford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. They're going to try and run. And this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. So why go for that there? First half, you could have tied the game at 7. Why try to get the lead?
Feels like an analytics call, doesn't it? That's starting to really get into the game where they're studying where you can make extra points and the whole deal and, get an advantage. But I don't know that we have enough data yet to really say this is the right play or the wrong play. Maybe in 2 or 3 more NFL seasons. Exactly. 2 or 3 more NFL seasons, they will have a much better study and much better case of what we're going to do.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. To throw on 3rd down, Parrish. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. Broken tackle. Still fighting for more. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Pollard again. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short. Could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Parrish. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On 2nd down now, it's Ford, and he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford.
Missed.
It will not go down. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Watson on 1st down. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Ford. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Ford. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Draw play to Ford to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
On 2nd down, it's Ford, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Right back to him on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run the counter. 4. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On second down now. It's Ford. 159 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Pushing his way through. How did he stay on his feet? It's a gain of 35. He showed his shiftiness and his explosion to take him all the way down near the goal line.
Love that description, and it creates momentum. Maybe you hand it to him again since he's got it going, or do you fake it to him and throw it to a teammate? Right now, the options are wide open.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Watson going to try and run it. Shrugs the tent, and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground, and he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about. And while we weren't quite there yet, you had to start to wonder if there's going to be any life left in this team. And that big return, that could be the exact spark to get them right back into this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Off play action. Parrish. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On 3rd down, Parrish. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground with the fourth quarter still to come. We're in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, it's Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on third down, Parrish. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 33. Looking to throw. Parrish. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Parrish. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. throwing on first down. Parrish. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down, but on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They will start this drive with Ford fighting his way through contact. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. My, oh my, 250 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he's got this down to the 35. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Ford. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. Ford. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
On 1st and 10, Parrish. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Off play action. Parrish. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A strong running. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. 4. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the 1st quarter, but then they
It's Madden NFL 24, and this one features Jerome Ford. He's coming off a historic game, topping Adrian Peterson's 2007 mark of 296 rushing yards. It's the Browns and the Chargers under the lights on Sunday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the LA Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That was actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And some room to roam. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
More from L.A. in a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Ford. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
76 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Jerome Ford, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
First carry for Elijah Mitchell.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Here's Herbert.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Ford. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
The Browns at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. From the 50, here's Herbert.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
117 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
On second down, it's Ford, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. As the Chargers 38
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford.
With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help, obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down now, Lofton. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. This is taken around the 12. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? 2nd quarter and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the 4th quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Man, 188 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Fighting him off. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. Fights through and now a crease. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. Ford powering his way forward. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerome Ford on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to the air, Herbert on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a fourth down.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Sheds off the tackle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Breece Hall, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. From there, let's get down to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Nick Chubb, a touchdown run in the victory. And one final game to highlight. It's Monday Night Football, and they've got a good one this week between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. Oh, and it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This is brought in at the 21. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Browns to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They'll try the left side. Ford.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Here's Watson, option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are able to widen their advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4, you want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Watson now going to run the option right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, it's Ford.
holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll keep it on the ground. Ford fighting through it. He's got space.
Now he's into the clear again.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford.
56 yards.
And the Browns add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Ford, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind. Fourth quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now.
A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the second half, ball in the red zone. And some strong running. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Ford. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Cleveland, their good start continues as they get their record.
It's Week 7 of the NFL, and this one features Jerome Ford. He had a performance for the ages last week, one of the greatest we'll ever witness. It's the Browns and the Steelers on Monday Night Prime Time.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Tonight, we close out Week 7 together with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms
Yeah.
of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
George Pickens, the intended target.
But it's going to be 2nd down.
You look at this Browns defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
They held them to just 7 points, and in reviewing the game tape, I'm wondering how they got the 7. I actually wrote a note to myself. How did they even score? The way they were playing, absolutely dominating on their side of the ball.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. A short one there to Freiermuth.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
The Steelers send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
He gets away from one. There's a nice move, and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Here's Watson, option left. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle, getting to him just beyond the 45. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6.
Up the middle they go. It's Ford. And he's got this down to the 35. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
How about that run? Picks up a 1st down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
47 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Ford. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerome Ford
With a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list.
And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, some strong running. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Pickett sets up play action.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Back to throw. Pickett.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
George Pickens, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
We look at this Browns defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes down,
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
the drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Following the play here, now we've got an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year. Coming out on top.
Short gain on 1st down, quickly negated. And now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Pickett back to throw.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
It'll be a gain of 7, but still well short here with 4th and goal looming.
Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 11. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Ford. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. They'll toss this out right to Walker.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
The Browns sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they certainly had things humming because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot of pressure off of your defense, and you're not going to lose very often.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn them yet another 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Right back to Njoku. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Back to Walker on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
101 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's 4th, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They're going to look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Now a give right side. Ford
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a give right side. Ford.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 2nd down, here's the option.
Fights off the defender. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
And now out come the Steelers.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Let's take it inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Ford, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think...
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field, and he wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Again, they turn to Ford. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On the ground, it's Ford. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Watson going to try and run it.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Pickett back to the air on 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Martin Emerson.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is Ford. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Now a 2nd and 10. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerome Ford, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices. Extra periods being put in for the offense on these 2-point tries. But the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for 2 and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on 2-point plays as well.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And take it right at the 35. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Ford. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
224 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Browns.